Okay guys, this is going to be how you're gonna make your accordion books. First you're gonna start off with a piece of paper. If you can only use printer paper, which is what I have, which comes at a dimension of 8.5 by 11, then use that. However, since we are going to be folding these tabs up 1/2 inch in order to adhere the pages to each other, I would encourage you, when you're cutting out your Bristol paper, to cut a 9" by 11 piece of paper, because you can see on this one, which I already did, because you have this 1/2 inch tab. If you use regular printer paper, your page will only be 8 inches by 11 instead of 8.5, which is totally fine if you only have the ability to use printer paper. But if you're cutting out of your Bristol, just keep in mind, if you want to get that 8.5 by 11 dimension, you'll need to cut out the pieces of paper at 9 inches by 11 inches. So we're going to start off by marking where we're going to score and fold the pages. So I have a little diagram that I'm going to share with you all to show how this booklet sort of goes together, but I'm going to do 3 pages really quickly to show you guys as well. So you're going to mark 1/2 inch from one side of the paper or the other. It doesn't really matter. You might just have to flip the pages over or fold in different directions depending on how you sort of start. But you're going to measure and then score. Again, remember, if you're using printer paper, it's very thin, so it'll score and cut through really easily. If you're using Bristol, you can use a little bit more pressure. So you're going to go along that score. You're going to make your fold. And then I did that 2 other times, so let's start putting them together. So for the first one, you're going to want to have the fold facing down on the right side. Again, you want the end goal to be the pages where your images will go will not have any tabs on them. They'll just be the seams of the paper, so your images will go here. On the back, where you won't have any images, that's where these tabs will go, where you can sort of see those seams. So you're going to start with your first one with the tab facing down like this, but I'm going to put it together just a little bit differently. Then the next one is going to go on top of that with the tab. Hold on. I'm going to use tacky glue just because I don't have double-sided tape. I'd recommend you all use double-sided tape if you have any, but you could also use tacky glue or a glue stick or something. Just again, keep in mind to do very minimal amounts of glue because the paper will get wrinkly and gross. So I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. Then you're going to place this one. When you have that diagram, this part will make a little bit more sense. You're going to place them right next to each other. You're going to fold it down on top of that. So now that's the first page. It's going to fold up like this. So see, that front here has no seams, the back does. So then you're going to get the next one. You're going to do the same exact thing, this time on the opposite side. I guess the same side, just kidding. As you sort of put these together, it'll make more sense, and again, you can fold it back in the opposite direction if you are putting it together and you're realizing that the way that you folded the paper originally doesn't make sense. that's totally fine. You can just fold it in the opposite direction. Also make sure your hands are clean when you're doing this, especially if you're using glue and sort of smearing it out like I am. Because otherwise you'll have brown, gross, dirty pages. So now, see, so like that when I folded it, it's going to have to be folded the other way because we want that one to come fold forward, but that's fine. We'll just go right along that edge and fold it again. So the way that you fold the paper originally doesn't really matter because you can just fold it back at the end. So with those three, we can see here that when you open it up like this, again, your images could start on this front page here, and when you open it, it'll continue. But these three surfaces here, there are no tabs on this surface. Those are all happening on the back. So we don't want to see any of this on the front, so just be really careful with that. And then it can fold back up, and there